Scott Kirby, CEO of United Airlines. Let's talk first off on why the stock is moving higher. When you take a look at better than expected in the fourth quarter, and yes, there's going to be a hit to your costs in the first quarter because of the Max-9. But when you look at 2024 and your expectations, what do you see?
Well, it's really more of the same. 2023 really was the year the plan came together. United, a year ago, when we talked about what was going to happen, the world developed almost exactly like we expected. We had higher revenues, great improvement in operations, improvement in customer NPS, improvement in premium revenues, and there was higher cost inflation even than we were expected. But there's now a link because those are industry-wide cost pressures between costs and revenue, and they wind up like fuel as a pass-through. It's led to great results in 2023. And the same playbook is running again in 2024.
Let's talk about your guidance for the first quarter. And in January, you're not expecting to get the Max-9, which is grounded right now, back. In fact, it's going to be a 3-point headwind in terms of your cost per seat mile. Are you frustrated?
Well, I'm disappointed. First, I would say on the Max is that when it's flying, I'm 100% sure it'll be safe. We have a pretty good handle on what happened, what the right remediation is. Our tech ops team has been working 24/7 on this. The FAA, to their credit, has been in there with us, in the weeds, on weekends, late nights. So I think we're near the end game on that, and the airplane will be safe. But I'm disappointed that the manufacturing challenges do keep happening at Boeing. This isn't new. I'm disappointed in that.
You're biting your tongue a little bit here. When you talk with Dave Calhoun, how frank have you been about your frustrations trying to run an airline and having these orders and not being able to get the aircraft or have confidence?
Well, yeah, look, we're Boeing's biggest customer in the world. They're our biggest partner in the world. We need Boeing to succeed. And I have a lot of confidence in the people of Boeing. There's great mechanics, great engineers, great storied history. But they've been having these consistent manufacturing challenges, and they need to take action to get it. That's the point to Dave and to anyone, is it needs to be real action to make. If they don't
and when you tell Dave Calhoun this, what does he say?
Well, he says yes, but I'm a lot more, he doesn't disagree, of course, but I am a lot more interested in seeing the actions. Like right now, we need to get through the Max. We're doing that. But on the backside of this, what are the real actions to really get the manufacturing process back to the high levels of quality, consistency that historically existed at Boeing?
I want to show everybody what your order book is in terms of deliveries of Max aircraft. And 150 of the Max that you expect to take delivery of at some point are the Max-10. Hasn't even been certified at this point. Do you still believe you're going to get those planes, and when do you think you get them?
Yeah, so we're now, best case, 5 years behind on the original delivery of the Max-10. And as we've gone through the last year, internally at United, we've grown increasingly to believe that best case, the Max-10 just gets pushed further and further to the right. So we'd already started working on alternative plans. I think this is the straw. The Max-9 grounding is probably the straw that broke the camel's back for us. We're going to at least build a plan that doesn't have the Max-10 in it. Now, we'll hope that Boeing gets it certified at some point, but we're going to build an alternative plan that just doesn't have the Max-10 in it.
So you're going to take the Max-10 out of your plan. How do you get the aircraft in that you were planning to get? Do you go to the leasing companies? Where do you get those aircraft? Because you know that you just can't turn around and find them out on the street.
Yeah, well, we're early in the planning process, so we'll see. But it probably means that we change the order book some. There's alternative airplanes instead of Max-10s, at least for the next few years. And it probably means we don't grow quite as fast as we were hoping. We're still going to be, in absolute, the fastest growing airline in the history of world aviation. But we're not going to grow quite as fast as we otherwise would have, because look, the reality is Boeing isn't going to be able to deliver us all the airplanes on the time frame. We're 24 airplanes short last year, and they're not going to be able to deliver them all. And so we're going to work with Boeing. I've been Boeing's biggest supporter, and we're going to try to do anything we can to help. But we can't. We're not going to get all the airplanes that we had delivered on the time frame we had, and we just have to accept that and rework the plan.
Becky's got a question for you. Becky, go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Scott, I don't think I've ever heard you this frustrated. You're a pretty calm, cool, and collected guy, and you're still, you're not foaming at the mouth. But these are some pretty declarative statements. It sounds like you just said this is the straw that broke the camel's back. You're frustrated with this. When you're looking at other options, do those include Airbus?
Well, I'll wait and see. I mean, obviously, there's only one other manufacturer that's really an option for us, but we'll wait and see. And more than frustration, it's just I'm disappointed, and especially because Boeing they're not only our most important partner, they're one of the most important companies in the country. They're important to the United States. They're a technology company, engineering company, our biggest exporter. And they are taking action. I just wanted to do it faster and more definitive.
Is part of the problem that it's a separate company that they're working with for some of these things. It used to be part of Boeing, spun off a long time ago. But do you think that ultimately, over time, created a big problem?
Well, I'm not close enough on the inside to really know that, to give a definitive statement about that. To me, and by the way, when I talked to Dave, I talked to him as recently as yesterday. He says, the kinds of things that I wanted to say, but they need to take real action. This is really about blocking and tackling. They need to take blocking and tackling action. Because Boeing is really, they're not only one of the most important companies in the country, they have great people. When you look at the storied history of Boeing, they have wonderful people who want nothing more than to be the best. And they can get there, they will get there. I wish it was happening faster, but I do think that they will get there.
Would there be a point, Scott, where you say, look, not you, but the Boeing board, would there be a point where, I mean, how far back do you date these problems? This is just the latest, but is it 5 years? It's like 5 years, and it's, every time it happens, you're like, oh, is there a time where you say, every single time it happens, you go, all right, this is it. This is the last time that, and I just wonder what could have been done differently. Do you think someone else at the helm would have done something differently over the past 5 years, and is the board asleep? How do you explain it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say any of those. I think my own assessment is, this goes all the way back to the McDonnell-Douglas merger, and it started a change in culture. And I think Dave, to his credit, has recognized and is trying to arrest and turn that the other direction. And so there have been really positive changes at Boeing because of that. But, this is a long time building, and I at least think this goes all the way back to the McDonnell-Douglas.
So what if something happens again? What if there's something after this totally unrelated? Then you say, okay.
Well, look, I have a lot of confidence in the safety of the airplanes, and particularly because we know what happened with this Max-9. I think we're near the end game on getting that back flying. That's really not the question for me. The question is much more about Boeing's ability to deliver the airplanes that they've committed to and to get the Max-7 and the Max-10 actually certified.